Ryan here with Prudential Pest Solutions, and in this video we're going to treat and remove a big bald-faced hornet's nest from the side of a house in Chester Springs, Pennsylvania. Let's see how we did it. So we got our bee suit on, and we're going to use my favorite aerosolized insecticide called PTPI. And we got our ladder set up here, we got our bee suit, and we are heading up. So the only thing that I need to do this is obviously my ladder, my bee suit, my aerosol, and I use a painter's tool because it's a good little scraper. So if you've seen our other videos, you know that I like to go right up to the nest, and this is a bald-faced hornet's nest. And I inject the aerosol right into the main opening. Now hornets are going to have usually just one main opening towards the bottom of the nest. And as you can see, as I apply this aerosol in there, it starts flushing them out, and they come. Now these ones are going to die anyway. This aerosol, this PTPI, works so quickly, which is important when you're up close and personal with hundreds, if not thousands, of giant stinging insects. And it also permeates that entire nest. So, and you'll see here in a little bit when we take this nest down what it looks like. But this is just a paper covering over top of a bunch of comb basically on the inside. But as opposed to honeybees, which have honey in those combs, this is just going to have larvae. You can see me shaking my glove out there. One of the issues when you're working above your head like this with the gear that I wear, which are just thick gloves and a pair of coveralls, is that when I'm reaching up, sometimes the gloves kind of separate from the sleeve, and in that case I had a hornet go into my sleeve there and stung me up a little bit. No worries though. I have some sting wipes, I guess they are, which is just a lidocaine wipe. I keep those on the truck. It doesn't happen often, but when it does happen, I'm not happy about it. And you can see there again, my sleeves covering it up. I'm sure I could tape it up and prevent that from happening, but it doesn't happen often enough where it's a big deal. And plus, a sting is a sting. It's not the end of the world for me. And obviously, if folks are highly allergic, that could be a dangerous situation. I am not. So we can see here we separated the nest, the comb. And I'm just going to drop it straight down. Now, folks often ask me, what do you do about the hornets that were out of the nest? Shouldn't you do this at night? Shouldn't we wait till everybody's in there? And, if you're a homeowner and you're trying to tackle this yourself, absolutely wait till the nighttime. But for me as a professional, I have all the gear. I have the right products that we're going to use, and we're able to do this complete job. But what happens is that the hornets that were already out of the nest, they're gathering resources. They're coming back, and they're like, well, hey, wait a minute, where's my home at? They're not going to follow the nest that I dropped, right? They're going to go to where that nest was, and you can see where that nest was here, even as I get this all cleaned up. So what I'm going to do, and I'll show you at the end of the video here, is I use a backpack sprayer, and I'm going to use a liquid insecticide to treat that area. And when they land on that, then in the next couple hours, the ones that were out of the nest, they're going to come across that liquid that I put down, and it's going to kill them off. Now, either way, they wouldn't be able to rebuild the nest, but this just accelerates that process of killing them all off. So we got the nest down. I'm just shaking my hand out. I'm going to check where that sting was because, he got me up a little bit. No worries. It happens. I try not to take it personally. In my opinion, I'm, if one or two of them get a sting on me, that's the least of my problems. I'm there destroying them and their entire family. So it's not personal. It's just what it is. So I'm just going to secure my ladder here. I'm not going to take it back yet because I want to keep it here just in case. It's always when you put the ladder back that you realize you need it for something else. So I'm just going to make sure we're all cleaned up and done before I put that back. That'll be the last thing that I do. And we're going to grab our gear in the nest, and we're going to head back to the truck to grab our other equipment, which is our sprayer. And in a couple minutes here, you're going to see you'll see Ramen. I brought Ramen with me. He's my little partner in crime. And this homeowner had a dog as well. So those dogs were playing while we were doing our treatment here. And we can see the inside of the comb there. That's probably four layers deep, which is a pretty good size one. And all that white capping you see in the comb itself is all larvae. So those would have all been new hornets that would have emerged in the next days to weeks. So this nest would have kept getting bigger. There's Ramen there, that beautiful little man. Yeah, that's a good boy. And let's see who his friend he was playing with. And unfortunately, I don't remember their name, but that's a good dog. So the pups were playing. They were having a good time. I was suited up killing hornets, which means I'm having a good time. And let's go ahead and take this back to the truck, and we'll grab our sprayer. Now the liquid that we're going to use to spray, and you can see the backside of my my backpack sprayer. So my backpack sprayer is a battery-powered sprayer. That thing can reach about 30 feet up in the air, which is pretty powerful when you think about it. It's just a 4-gallon little tank. And what I like to use for a spray is I like to use a liquid concentrate with the active ingredient of fipronil. And what fipronil is really good at is it's really good for social insects such as bees, wasps, hornets, ants, termites, that sort of thing. And the reason why is because it doesn't necessarily kill them right away. That's a good boy. It doesn't kill them right away. It allows them, because they're social, to come in contact with others, and they kind of transfer the product to each other. Now, is it as critical with the hornet's nest that we have taken down? No, but it's just what I use in bee, wasp, hornet, and ant season as my primary liquid. So we're going to walk back down here, and we're going to treat all the surfaces where that nest was and the surrounding area too, because those hornets may try to land on an area that's just adjacent to it or whatever. So we just want to make sure that we have full coverage, and we're going to easily reach that area. So, you know, that's above the second story that we had our ladder up to. The spread easily reaches up there. And again, we don't have to do this. Those hornets, again, wouldn't be able to rebuild the nest. They wouldn't be able to, they wouldn't live very much longer. But this just accelerates that process, and I like to do it just because it's just a professional way to do it. And I realized I should have had gloves on for that, but my gloves were in my pants, which are underneath my coveralls, and it was 1,000,000 degrees outside, and I didn't feel like taking everything off yet, because usually when I take everything off is when I find another nest, or the homeowner tells me, hey, there's another nest over here, can you take care of it? Then I got to put everything back on. So I've learned just to keep everything on until we're all said and done. I got my ladder, we're going to put it all back and call this good. So late summer, early fall is usually when we're going to get the nests that are this size, because they've been building this since the summer, or since the late spring, early summer. Folks often ask me, hey, if I do nothing with that nest, will new hornets move in next year? The answer is no. They rebuild every year. The queen are the only ones that will kind of hibernate and overwinter. All the workers will die off anyway, but this is the middle of summer and we got to get this taken care of. So if you like this kind of videos, we have a ton of them. Go ahead and check them out. If you're curious as to how hornets actually make their nest, I have a video on how they do that. And if you think I've earned it and you want to check out more of our content, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe so that you can check us out, and more people will find us as well.